everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome to my channel. I am Jamie Beth. This is my last video for the year. I'm so excited. We are wrapping up another year of wonderful videos. I do want to add that I will be taking a little bit of time off next year, but I will be playing previous videos on my Wednesdays and Fridays. I just need to take a few months off and kind of recollect, and I am doing a few different things with my children's school and I want to take the time and be with them, but I am going to kind of replay some old videos that you might not have seen on my playlist, or you just haven't watched, and I'm going to do a couple of my favorites for a few months, and then I will start filming brand new videos again. So please stay tuned to that, and I hope you guys like watching some of the old videos, or if you haven't seen them, they are brand new to you. So our first haunted Disney story is going to be about a girl named Dolly. The story about Dolly is said to be an urban legend. I don't know. It is of a young woman by the name of Regina Young, and Regina went by the name Dolly. She fell from her seat while riding the Matterhorn at Disneyland, and when she was killed when she was struck by another oncoming bobsled. Her seatbelt was unbuckled, but we don't know whether she undid it herself or whether it was the result of something else. These days, some cast members claim to have felt like someone was watching them during their routine walkthroughs of the ride, which are conducted at the end of the day. The area on the track where Dolly died is known as Dolly's Dip. So the next story we're going to talk about is one I'm sure everyone kind of maybe heard. It is of Walt Disney himself. Walt Disney had an apartment above the firehouse on Main Street in Disneyland. During the construction of the park, which began on July 16, 1954, with opening day following just a year later on July 17, 1955, Walt Disney himself wanted a place to stay on the property. It wasn't large. It was about 500 square feet, and it wasn't very large. It was about 500 square feet, but it was very convenient for those late nights and early mornings as Walt oversaw the Disney dream coming to life. You can actually tour this apartment if you want. In recent years, the apartment has been opened back up to public for tours. As a tribute to Walt Disney, the light in the front window is always left on. It is said one day a cast member, after looking after the apartment, tried to turn the light off before leaving. However, when she came back later, the light was turned on again. She actually, according to one version of the story, she actually left the building and then noticed the light on upstairs, went back, turned it off, came back down, went back outside, the light was on again. So I guess she did this multiple times, went back upstairs, came back down, light was on, you know, and the final time she went upstairs to turn it off, she heard a voice say, "I'm still here." And the light has been reportedly on ever since that incident. So I don't know if any of you have, let me know down below if any of you have visited Disney World or Disneyland and have had any weird experiences. The next story, we are going to talk about the little boy in the Haunted Mansion ride. And actually, when I went to Disney in Florida, I believe that one's Disney World. And that was my favorite ride. Like, I loved this ride. It was so cool. This story is at the Haunted Mansion ride in Disneyland, which is in California. So Disneyland, California, Disney World is Florida. Legend has it that a little boy's mother spread his ashes in the Haunted Mansion without getting the park's permission to do so. Ever since then, he's allegedly been heard periodically crying for his mother at the end of the ride. He's apparently been spotted at the Pirates of Caribbean ride as well. So I don't know if she like spread his ashes there as well, which I'm assuming she did. She spread them at both of these locations. And the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is right next to the Haunted Mansion ride in Disneyland. Now, if you've ever asked an official of Disney or ever heard an official of Disney talk about the spreading of ashes, they will say that no one has ever like spread ashes anywhere. And if they have, it's been completely cleaned up because they take great pride in how clean their facility is. Which, I mean, I don't know the truth behind that. It looked pretty clean when we went there, but I mean, I wouldn't say it was like spotless or anything. They say that it's just a bunch of urban legends, if that is the story that's being told. So now we're going to move along to the Haunted Mansion Florida version. And the Florida version also plays host to a ghost of a little boy. There was a post in the WDW Magic forums in 2004 where someone allegedly took a photo, and I will put that photo right up here or right over there, of a little boy who appeared to be peeking around one of the dune buggies and looking directly at the person taking the photo. The person stated who took the photos, you know, of course said, you know, no one was there when he took the photo. No one was looking back at him, he said, when he was taking the photo. And he was taking a photo using like infrared technology, I guess. So there was no flash. There was nothing that could have shown this little person's face. Unless it was a ghost. So I don't know. The photo, you know, it does look like a little person is looking back at this gentleman. Whether it was a real little person or a ghost, I mean, I don't know. You take from the photo what you will take from it. If you do have an opinion, thought, or whatever, just put it down below in the description box. Tell me what you think. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Okay, I didn't like how that eye look was going, so I hurried up and just kind of redid it. This looks a little bit better and a little bit towards what I'm trying to accomplish here. So, like the tragic death of the young woman at the Matterhorn, there's another equally tragic story. This one was in 1974, and it was an 18-year-old girl named Debra Stone, and she was crushed to death while working as a hostess at the American Sings attraction in Disneyland. American Sings was located in a rotating theater that had previously housed the Carousel of Progress. On the evening of July 8th, Stone was caught between the rotating theater wall and the stationary stage wall and died as a result. So a safety light was subsequently put in which warned the attraction's operator when people got too close to this dangerous area. Additionally, the stationary walls were later replaced with breakaway ones. As is often the case of a tragic loss or tragic death, one of the ways that people have coped with this unsettling loss is by creating a ghost story for it. In this case, Debbie Stone has become a sort of guardian angel, and it's said that cast members working on the attraction, which was opened until 1988, used to hear a voice warning them, be careful if they got too close to that wall. Moving along to the next story. Now, this is a story of George. Legend has it, he is a friendly ghost that haunts the Pirates of the Caribbean in Florida. And while that ride was under construction, a welder named George was killed in an accident. They think he might have been crushed by a falling beam, or others say he fell from the burning city portion of the ride and died as a result. But ever since then, the ride has been plagued by strange occurrences whenever George is disrespected. So, and really, that's all that this ghost seems to care about, is just respect. So if you question his existence while you're actually riding the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, it will come to a complete stop. Additionally, the rumor persists that cast members in charge of opening the ride for the day or closing it at night always say either good morning or good night to George. They say, though, they don't really believe that this George ever existed, really. They think that it is just an urban legend that was created to help scare people or to help them go ride the ride, I guess. What did actually happen, though, then this is very, very, very real, is that the bones you see during the ride were real bones of real people. So, real bones were used as props in the California version of the ride, so Disneyland. According to when the ride was being built or created, the skeletons that were being used looked too fake. They didn't look realistic enough. So the Imagineers working on the ride got some real skeletons from the UCLA Medical Center. These were eventually replaced with fake bones, but still there were some real ones used for a long time. The next story is of Mr. One Way. Now this one is said to be 100% an urban legend, but still we're gonna tell the story anyways. This is one of the ghost stories that float around the Disney parks that has multiple variations. As to why people say, you know, it's more of a urban legend than an actual something that could have happened, we don't know. I do want to add, if anyone has ever worked in any of the Disney parks, please comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Some accounts describe Mr. One Way as a red-haired man with a red face. Others say he's a kid dressed in 70s era clothing. The stories say he tends to hang out in the queue for Space Mountain, although whether or not he actually talks to people while waiting varies depending on who you ask. According to some video footage found, Mr. One Way is said to not wait in the queue at all. He appears only at the actual ride cars, approaching them from the opposite side of the waiting area. The side on which people are supposed to exit the ride and sitting down in an empty seat, sitting down in any empty seat he finds. It is said he disappears right before you hit the final tunnel at the end of the ride. So that's pretty interesting. So next up is the Monorail ghost that has something in common with Dolly and Debbie Stone. The story is from a real incident. In 1966, a 19-year-old boy named Thomas Guy Cleveland. In 1966, a 19-year-old boy named Thomas Guy Cleveland tried to sneak into Disneyland in Anaheim by scaling the park's outer fence and climbing along the monorail track. He was struck and killed by an oncoming train. Nowadays, it is said that a spectral figure can be seen prowling the monorail track. He apparently only appears at night and vanishes whenever a tram comes. So the next story we have is of another creepy freaking doll. And this doll's name is Caesar. Now, this doll you probably have seen in the Twilight Zone movie or episode, Caesar and Me. In the episode, the doll manipulates his owner, Jonathan West, making for some creepy happenings. Well, Caesar doesn't necessarily behave himself in his new home at the Tower of Terror either. Like George, the ghost at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, cast members working at the Tower of Terror must say hello and goodnight to Caesar every day, or he will cause trouble around the attraction. So that is our video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the haunted things that go on in Disney World and Disneyland. I know there's far more stories If you want me to do another video like this, I will be glad to, because I know I didn't touch on a lot of stories, but I thought these ones were the most interesting, so that's why I did them. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and remember to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, as well as the notification bell next to it to be notified of all of my upcoming videos. And just reiterate again, I'm going to be taking a few months off, although I do have some videos still that are going to be shown. Some will be brand new, some will be kind of reruns of old videos, and I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I hope you guys all have a great holiday season and a very, very happy new year. I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.